Gia, confession time before we start. Be honest with me. When was the last time you made something, anything, that didn't already exist?
Oh, that's a painful one. Honestly, I can't remember. I can't even draw a stick figure properly. Mine come out looking like slightly haunted. I think I'm the least creative person I know.
Okay, but that's actually the perfect way in. Because if you're not the creative one, you've definitely got someone in your life who is. So tell me, the most creative person you know, who is it?
Let's start right there. Who are they, and how do you know them?
So it's a friend of mine, Dani. We met years ago on a short design course. I dropped out, basically, and she went all the way and became a freelance illustrator. And the thing about her is the ideas. She can come up with 10 different directions for something before I've even finished reading the brief. They just kind of pour out of her.
Quick pause. You said come up with 10 different directions. That's exactly the phrase. Most people would say she makes a lot of ideas, which sounds a bit off. Come up with is the natural one. We'll come back to it. Keep going.
Yeah, and it's not just the number, it's the speed. I'll be stuck staring at a blank page, and she's already sketching something completely different in the corner. It used to annoy me a little, honestly. Now I just find it impressive.
So, where does it show up most? Is it the drawing itself or something else?
Both, I'd say. The drawing, obviously, but also it's like you either have an eye for color or you don't, and she really does. She'll put two shades together that I'd swear would clash, and somehow on the page it just works. I genuinely don't know how she sees it.
There, have an eye for colour. Lovely. That's so much better than she is good at colour. Have an eye for tells me she notices things other people miss. Bank that one. Carry on.
Right. And she's like that with everything, not just work. Like, she'll rearrange a cafe table while we're waiting for coffee, move the little flowers, turn the menu, and suddenly the whole thing looks nicer. She can't help it.
That's a great detail. Does she ever talk about where the ideas come from?
Not really. She just shrugs. She says she gets bored doing things the normal way, so she looks for another route. Which sounds simple, but I think that's actually the whole secret.
Say more about that, the another route thing. Give me an example if you've got one.
Okay, so a client wanted a poster for a tiny bookshop, almost no budget. Instead of just designing one nice poster, Dani made a stamp, and the owner stamped it onto old paper bags, so every bag became an ad. That's the kind of thing. She really knows how to think outside the box. Instead of solving the problem they gave her, she changed the problem.
And that's how you use it. You didn't just say, she thinks outside the box and stop. You gave me the bag example. That's what makes the idiom land instead of sounding memorized. Really nice. Go on.
Yeah, the bag thing actually got the shop a load of new customers, apparently. People kept the bags.
So, if you had to sum up why she's good, is it the talent or something else?
I think it's the talent, sure, but on top of that, it's that she's just not afraid to make something bad first. She'll do 20 rough versions and bin 19. I'd stop after one. So it's the ideas, the eye for color, and on top of that, this willingness to keep going until it's right.
Good. On top of that, see how it stacks the points. Talent, then on top of that, the persistence. It's a small linker, but it gives the answer a real shape. That's the last one. Let's just talk for a minute.
Sure. I think what I admire most, honestly, is that she makes it look easy, and it really isn't. I've watched her start over completely at 11 at night because something felt a bit dead. Her words. Most people would call it finished. She just has this internal bar that's higher than everyone else's, and she doesn't seem to find that exhausting. I would.
Do you think that's something you're born with, or could you learn?
Honestly, I used to think you're just born with it. Now I'm not so sure. Watching her, a lot of it is just doing the reps. She draws every single day, even rubbish ones. Maybe the talent gets you started, but the habit is what makes her good.
That's a fair point. And does it feel like the world values that kind of work more now or less?
Well, I'd say, this year especially, there are AI tools spitting out 1,000 polished images in a second, right? And I think that's actually made people notice the hand-drawn stuff more. Dani's getting more work, not less, because hers obviously came from a person. You can feel the human in it. That counts for something now.
That's a really nice place to land. Last thing, has knowing her changed how you see your own work at all?
A bit, yeah. I've stopped waiting to feel inspired before I start. She taught me that without ever saying it. You just begin, and the good idea shows up somewhere in the middle of the bad ones. I'm still hopeless at drawing, though. Those stick figures aren't getting any less haunted.
All right, nice work there, Gia. Before we wrap up, let's go back and look at a few of the expressions you used. I want you to really lock these in.
Yes, please. I'd love to get these down properly.
First up, come up with. Gia, before I explain, what do you think it means?
I'd say it's when you think of an idea or a solution. It kind of appears, and you produce it.
That's it exactly. It's the natural verb for producing an idea, not making an idea, coming up with one. The idea arrives and you put it out there.
Right, so it's specifically about ideas and plans, not about building the actual object afterwards.
Exactly that. And you used it well. You said, quote, "She can come up with 10 different directions before I've finished reading the brief." Perfect. It shows the ideas. It doesn't just claim she's creative.
Yeah, that one came out naturally. I wasn't reaching for a fancy phrase. It's just how I'd say it.
And that's the lift. A flat answer says she has many ideas. Yours says the ideas keep arriving, fast. Same point, far more alive.
So is there anything to watch out for, or can I use it pretty freely?
One thing, keep it for ideas and plans. You come up with a name, a plan, a solution. You don't come up with a sandwich. For physical things, plain make is fine.
Got it. Ideas and solutions, not the physical object. That's a clean line.
Right. Bank this one. Give her 5 minutes and she'll come up with 3 completely different ideas. Say it back.
Give her 5 minutes and she'll come up with 3 completely different ideas.
Perfect. That one's yours. Next, have an eye for. Gia, in your own words, what's it telling us about someone?
I'd say it means they naturally notice things in that area that other people just walk past, like they're tuned into it.
Spot on. It's about noticing and judging, a kind of instinct. An eye for color means color combinations that work just jump out at them.
Right, so it's more than being skilled, it's that they spot the right thing without really trying.
Exactly. And it fit your story. You said, quote, "You either have an eye for color or you don't." And she really does. That contrast makes it land.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't have it. I can follow rules about color, but I can't see it the way she does.
And that's the band lift. She's good at color is flat. She has an eye for color tells the examiner she notices what most people miss. Warmer, sharper.
So how do I keep it natural? I don't want it floating on its own.
Always name what the eye is for. An eye for color, for detail, for a bargain. Naming the target grounds it instead of leaving it as a stock phrase.
Got it. Attach the quality right after it, every time.
Right. Bank this rep. She's got a real eye for color. She'll pair 2 shades you'd never expect and make it work. Try it.
She's got a real eye for color. She'll pair 2 shades you'd never expect and make it work.
Lovely. That's locked in.
Number 3. Think outside the box. Gia, lots of people know this one. What does it actually mean?
It's solving something in a way nobody expected. Not the obvious route, a different angle entirely.
Right. And here's the thing. Because everybody knows it, it can sound memorized if you just drop it on its own. The trick is to back it with a real example.
Oh, so the example is what saves it. Otherwise, it's just a slogan you could have learned for the test.
Exactly. And you did it right. You said, quote, "She really knows how to think outside the box." And then the bookshop bag story. The story is what makes the examiner believe it.
Yeah, the stamp on the bags thing actually happened, so it didn't feel like I was forcing the phrase in.
And that's the lift. The flat version is, she is creative. Yours shows the creativity, a specific clever move, then names it. That order is everything.
So I should almost lead with the example and let the phrase land after it?
Either order works, as long as both are there. Phrase plus proof. Never the phrase alone. That's when it sounds like a flashcard.
Got it. Never the phrase on its own, always with the real thing behind it.
Right. Bank this one. Instead of a poster, she made a stamp for the paper bags. She really knows how to think outside the box. Say it back.
Instead of a poster, she made a stamp for the paper bags. She really knows how to think outside the box.
Perfect. That's yours now.
Last one, on top of that. Gia, what does it do that a plain and doesn't?
I think it feels like you're adding something extra, building up, like the points are stacking, not just sitting in a row.
That's the heart of it. And just joins. On top of that, piles a new point onto the last one, often something a bit bigger. It gives the answer a build.
Oh, so it kind of signals, and here's the even better part, rather than just listing the next thing.
Exactly. And you placed it well. You said, quote, the ideas, the eye for color, and on top of that, this willingness to keep going. The last point lands hardest because of the linker.
Yeah, that felt natural. I wanted the persistence to be the big one, and it sort of set it up.
And that's the lift. 3 points joined by and is flat. On top of that gives the third one weight. Same content, real shape.
So is there a time I shouldn't use it? It feels like it could go almost anywhere.
One rule, it only adds, it doesn't contrast. Don't use it to turn the idea around. For that, you'd want but or on the other hand. On top of that always means more of the same direction.
Got it. Adding, not contrasting. Keep it for piling on, not turning.
Right. Bank this rep. She's fast, she's got the eye for color, and on top of that, she just never gives up on a piece. Say it back.
She's fast, she's got the eye for color, and on top of that, she just never gives up on a piece.
Perfect. That's the set. 4 phrases, all yours now.
Sure. I think what I admire most, honestly, is that she makes it look easy, and it really isn't. I've watched her start over completely at 11 at night because something felt a bit dead. Her words. Most people would call it finished. She just has this internal bar that's higher than everyone else's, and she doesn't seem to find that exhausting. I would. Sure. I think what I admire most, honestly, is that she makes it look easy, and it really isn't. I've watched her start over completely at 11 at night because something felt a bit dead. Her words. Most people would call it finished. She just has this internal bar that's higher than everyone else's, and she doesn't seem to find that exhausting. I would.